When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Boise State's offense will take the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they'll keep you around.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Broncos want to move quickly. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Broncos! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Working that left side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boise State!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He finds his man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a catch and run for 6. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rich. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll give it on the counter. Bulls his way forward. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Broncos in the hurry-up.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He ends up getting tackled at the 34-yard line. Second down coming up.
Second down coming up. Give to the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It's complete to the right. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Line is set on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective and they get you the...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Touchdown, Fresno State.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback adapted. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He'll do it himself. Makes one man miss. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
That makes the score Boise State 20, Fresno State 14.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Oh, he wants it all. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Complete in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On first down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
He's going to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Boise State.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. He uncorks one deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. It is good.
That makes the score. Boise State 23. Fresno State 14.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Get it out on the screen. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Touchdown, Fresno State. And here they come, almost all the way back.
Number 22.
Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Vanderbilt. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that ball is picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job. They catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm. Hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Fresno State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They go right back to him. Shows him the stiff arm. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The run from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Broncos are on the move. To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's open on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They're working that left side. Stopped after making the catch.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Going to try to get it himself. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man, they convert. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Discards a man. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Ball carried by the running back. A pickup of 8. Brings up second down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go to the ground. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Quarterback keeps it. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
To the ground. He's got it again. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on second and 6. Fullback's got it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Second down coming up.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. They'll give it to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.